Chapter 60. A lovely homicidal sunset cruise. Blitz and Hearth were waiting for us outside the New England Aquarium. Blitz had scored a new outfit, of course, olive-colored fatigues, a yellow ascot, and a matching yellow pith helmet, with yellow sun-proof netting. "My wolf-hunting clothes," he told us cheerfully. He explained how Thor's magic had transported him where he needed to be most, the best department store in Nidavellir. He used his Svartlöf express card to charge a number of expeditionary supplies, including several spare outfits and a retractable bone steel harpoon. "Not only that," Blitz said, "but the contest scandal with Junior, it backfired on the old maggot. Word got out how badly he failed. Nobody's blaming me anymore, or the horsefly, or anything. People started talking about my stylish armor designs, and now they're clamoring for product. If I live through tonight, I might get to start my own clothing line after all." Sam and I both congratulated him, though living through the night did seem like a pretty big if. Nevertheless, Blitz was so happy. I didn't want to bring him down. He started bouncing on his heels, singing Sharp-Dressed Dwarf under his breath. As for Hearth, he'd done a different kind of shopping. He was now carrying a polished staff of white oak. At the top, the staff split into a Y like a slingshot. I got the feeling, I don't know how, that a piece was missing between the two prongs. With his staff in hand, Hearth looked like a proper sword and sorcery elf, except he was still wearing black jeans, a leather jacket over a House of Blues t-shirt, and a candy-striped scarf. Hearth rested the staff in the crook of his arm and explained in signs how he'd ended up at Mimir's Well. The capo had pronounced him a full master of Alfsidir, ready to have a sorcerer's staff. "Isn't that awesome?" Blitzen clapped him on the back. "I knew he could do it." Hearthstone pursed his lips. "I don't feel like a master. I've got something that might help." I reached in my pocket and pulled out the runestone Pertho. "A couple of hours ago I had a conversation with Hel. She reminded me of everything I've lost." I told them what a half-zombie goddess had offered me. "Ah, kid," Blitz shook his head. "Here I've been going on about my new clothing line, and you had to deal with that?" "It's okay," I assured him. Strangely, it did feel okay. "The thing is, when I appeared on Bunker Hill, I just used my sword to kill 2 giantesses. I should have passed out or died from exhaustion. I didn't. I think I know why." I turned the runestone between my fingers. "The longer I'm with you guys, the easier it gets to use my sword, or heal, or do anything, really. I'm no magic expert, but I think somehow we're sharing the cost." I held out the runestone for Hearth. "I know what it feels like to be an empty cup, to have everything taken away from you. But you're not alone. However much magic you need to use, it's okay. We've got you. We're your family." Hearth's eyes rimmed with green water. He signed to us, and this time I think he actually meant, "I love you," not "the giantesses are drunk." I took the rune and set it between the prongs of his new staff. The stone snapped into place the same way my pendant did on its chain. The symbol Pertho glowed with a gentle gold light. "My sign," he announced. "My family's sign." Blitzen sniffled. "I like that." "A family of 4 empty cups." Sam wiped her eyes. "Suddenly I feel thirsty." "All Babas," I said. "I nominate you for the role of annoying sister." "Shut up, Magnus." She straightened her coat, shouldered her backpack, and took a deep breath. "All right. If we're done with the family bonding, I don't suppose anyone knows where we could find 2 dwarves with a boat?" "I do." Blitzen fluffed his ascot. "Hearth and I scouted it out before you got here. Come on." He led the way down the pier. I think he just wanted us to appreciate how well he'd swaggered in his new yellow pith helmet. At the end of Long Wharf, across from the closed for-season kiosk for whale-watching tours, another kiosk had been cobbled together from plywood scraps and cardboard appliance boxes. Above the service window, a sloppy finger-painting sign read, "Wolf Catching Cruise. Tonight only. 1 red gold per person. Children under 5, free." Sitting in the booth was a dwarf who was definitely less Svartalf and more maggot. About 2 feet tall, he had so much facial hair it was impossible to tell if he had eyes or a mouth. He was dressed in a yellow rain slicker and a captain's hat, which no doubt protected him from the dim daylight and also made him look like a mascot for a gnomish lobster restaurant franchise. Hello there, said the dwarf. Faltar, at your service. Care to take a cruise? Lovely wolf-spotting weather. Fjallar. Blitzen's face sagged. You wouldn't happen to have a brother named Gjallar? Right over there! I wasn't sure how I'd missed it, but docked a few feet away was a Viking longship, fitted with an outboard motor. At the stern, chewing on a piece of jerky, sat another dwarf, who looked exactly like Fjallar, except he wore grease-stained coveralls and a floppy-brimmed felt hat. I can see you've heard about our exceptional service, Fjallar continued. So can I put you down for 4 tickets? Once-a-year opportunity. Excuse me for a moment. Blitzen steered us out of earshot. Those are Fjallar and Gjallar, he whispered. They're notorious. Thor warned us, Sam said. We don't have much choice. I know, but... Blitzen wrung his hands. Fjallar and Gjallar? They've been robbing and murdering people for over 1,000 years. They'll try to kill us if they give them the opportunity. So basically, I summed up, they're like pretty much everyone else we've met. They'll stab us in the back, Blitz fretted, or strand us on a desert island, or shove us overboard in the mouth of a shark. Hearth pointed to himself and then tapped a finger to his palm. I'm sold. We marched back to the kiosk. I smiled at the homicidal lobster mascot. We'd love 4 tickets, please.